Hey guys, it's Mallory here with All About Cats, and in this video we're going to be taking an in-depth look at a plant-based cat litter called TofuKitty. Ever since we published our review of the top 13 best cat litters you can buy back in April, we've received a lot of requests to cover TofuKitty. So I purchased a 2-bag supply, and then over the last couple of weeks I've been trying it out with my 2 cats, Wessie and Forrest. Although the TofuKittyClub website doesn't say exactly how the litter is manufactured, the side of the bag states that it is made from 100% natural plant-based ingredients, going on to say that it's made from food-grade tofu and cornstarch. So typically, a tofu cat litter is going to be made from bean dregs, which are a byproduct of tofu production, and they use these byproducts to create a pellet-style cat litter that creates kind of gummy clumps that you're going to scoop out. Now, unlike some other similar products, TofuKitty is only available through a subscription, so you're going to have to go to the TofuKittyClub website and join the TofuKittyClub, meaning start a regular subscription. So you're going to enter the number of cats that you have, and then you're going to be shipped regular deliveries of this cat litter. One 10-pound bag of the litter is supposed to last 1 cat for 1 month, and you can also create subscriptions for 3 cats or more. So when I ordered TofuKitty litter, it was shipped out the day after my order was placed, and I received it at my home 7 days later. So when I opened up my first bag of TofuKitty, I saw that the litter is made up of these small, lightweight pellets. They're green in color. TofuKitty says that this color does not transfer, so it's not going to stain anything in your house or, of course, your cat's paws. And it has kind of a vegetal aroma. I'm not sure if this is a green tea smell, perhaps, but it's kind of a pleasant, planty smell. TofuKitty suggests that you put 2 to 3 inches of litter in the box, so I poured it in and, of course, observed dust production. So compared to the majority of clay and crystal litter products that I've tried, the TofuKitty produced significantly less dust. That being said, there still was a little bit of dust coming up, just nothing that would cause any issues for either me or my cats. As soon as I gotten into the box, it was time to try it out with my cats. I've used TofuKitty litter before, so it wasn't their first time trying this out. And during the initial testing, they immediately took to it. I think Wessie used it about as soon as it was in the litter box. So they seemed quite comfortable with it. And this was the case again when I tried it earlier this month. Both of my cats readily entered the litter box and started using it. Again, the pellets are quite small, so I think that they're pretty comfortable under the paws, and I think most cats, even those who are more comfortable with a granular litter, are going to feel fine using this pellet style litter. In terms of performance, I found that the TofuKitty litter worked pretty well. It created soft, kind of gummy clumps. I was able to pretty easily scoop them out, though I found that things were a little bit slow going in my iPremio scoop, and I found that I had a little bit more success using a scoop that had larger openings through which the litter could pass. One of the nice things I noticed about the TofuKitty litter is that unlike clay, which will tend to fuse to the sides of the litter box, it doesn't really do a lot of sticking. So even if there is a little bit of waste kind of hanging out on the side of the litter box, it's going to be very easy to kind of pop it off. It's a very different experience when you're using a typical clay litter, which will cement itself to the inside surfaces of your litter box. Another area where I was quite impressed by the TofuKitty litter's performance was odor control. Again, I've used TofuKitty a couple of times at this point, and I'm always pretty impressed by its odor control abilities. This litter does a great job of controlling both urine and fecal odors. I found that it's impressively effective. Since I was doing kind of a quick trial of this litter, I used it with 2 cats for 2 weeks, and even by the end of that test period, I was not noticing a lot of odor in the litter box. It did just as good a job of controlling odor as any of the top clumping clay litters that I would recommend. Like most cat litter products, I did notice some tracking and scatter. There was some litter being scattered out of the litter box, and I also noticed some that had been tracked on my cat's paws upstairs and elsewhere around the house. So overall, by the end of my test period, I was pretty happy with the TofuKitty litter. I've tried a lot of different cat litter products, and many of them don't really deliver on their promises, but TofuKitty does a great job of pretty much everything that it says it's going to do. It's not a really hard clumping litter, but it does clump, it's easy to clean, it does a good job of controlling odors, and overall it's just a strong cat litter. But in addition to evaluating this product as a cat litter, we also need to think of it as a subscription service. So how does the TofuKittyClub subscription work? Once you've set up your TofuKitty account, it's pretty easy to manage your subscription. You're going to be able to change your subscription and also cancel it from your account. So the first thing that I've noticed is that it's not really that easy to contact their customer support department. I've noticed this with some other subscription services and these direct-to-consumer companies. So when I'm purchasing a product, especially one that I'm going to be receiving regular shipments of, I like to feel that I have easy, quick access to their customer support department. Ideally, that would mean a phone number so I can get on the phone and talk to someone during business hours, or a chat platform where I'm able to contact customer support in real time. Unfortunately, TofuKitty kind of offers that, but it's not really consistent. So you are able to reach them via messenger chat, but there's no customer support department that's always available. It's understandable that as a smaller company, they're not able to provide this, but it might be something of an issue. I have been able to get in touch with customer support by email, but it is worth noting that their customer support department is not quite as readily available. This became particularly noticeable just recently when I was looking at the TofuKitty site, and I noticed that they were having some issues with some of the links on the website, so it seemingly had become impossible to place an order on the site, and I wasn't able to contact customer support really quickly. That was a little bit of a concern, and it raises some questions about what might happen if you run into an issue with the TofuKitty and you need to get in touch with their customer support department really quickly. The other thing that we should be thinking about when deciding whether or not TofuKitty is going to be a good option is price. So TofuKitty costs about $25 per month and free shipping, and that breaks down to about $2.50 per pound. So compared to other comparable products, it's kind of at the middle of the range, a little bit on the expensive side. So I looked at a few soy-based cat litter products, and I found that they range from about 57 cents per ounce in the case of Rufus and Coco Wee Kitty soy-based cat litter, all the way up to Pet NF's cat litter, which costs about $2.67 per pound. So overall, it looks like TofuKitty is on the higher side of that price spectrum. For comparison, this is about $1 per pound more expensive than Pioneer Pet's Smart Cat Litter, which is one of the most expensive, lightweight, biodegradable cat litter products you can buy. So overall, it definitely looks like TofuKitty is one of the most expensive cat litter options on the market. So now that we've considered the performance of TofuKitty, what my cats thought of it, what the subscription looks like, and how much it cost, is this going to be a good choice? So overall, I would say that in terms of performance, this cat litter does really well. It's one of my favorites out of the various cat litter products I've tried, especially when it comes to the natural or biodegradable category. That being said, I do find the whole subscription service aspect of it to be a little bit of a frustration. I do wish that it was possible to just purchase a bag and not have to worry about that recurring subscription. And I also recognize that this is one of the most expensive cat litter products on the market, and it's probably going to be out of a lot of people's budgets. That being said, if you are interested in a good biodegradable cat litter that does an excellent job of clumping and also provides great odor control, I would definitely consider this. You can always cancel your subscription at any time. I hope that you found this video helpful if you were considering TofuKitty. I hope that it helped you to make a decision. And if you have tried TofuKitty before and you want to share your experience, please do so in the comments. I would love to hear about your experience with this brand. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're interested in more product reviews, buyer's guides, and information on all things cats, please subscribe to the All About Cats channel and hit the notification bell so you'll never miss an upload. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!